What's up, everyone? It's Scotty with MoneyVest. So, AMD is ready to launch its brand new MI300X, and the demand and the feedback that they are getting from their customers is very encouraging, and that's exactly what Lisa Su said today, which resulted in the stock price obviously recovering from low $106 to back up to $110, pretty much getting that intraday rally of about 3 to 4%. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. I'm going to bring some heat for NVIDIA investors here because NVIDIA is not going to be the only company, not the only stock in the game when it comes to artificial intelligence. I do believe that AMD is not going to back down from this fight, and that's exactly what I'm here to discuss. As always, make sure that you drop a like. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Even if you are an NVIDIA lover and NVIDIA investor, even though I'm going to bring some heat, make sure that you do subscribe. And link to our Discord and Patreon is going to be down below if you're interested in joining and, of course, getting access to all the buy and sell alerts. I do actually plan on restarting my position in advanced micro devices later this week, and we'll buy a lot more aggressively, of course, at better prices and lower prices. But nonetheless, I do plan to buy some shares to get started starting tomorrow. So link's going to be down below if you're interested in joining and getting those alerts. This right here is the headline from today. AMD CEO Lisa Su says interest in new AI chip is translating into sales as well. Says exactly what we want to see. We want this market to be realized for advanced micro devices, and of course NVIDIA right now is up 230%, AMD is up 70% on a year-to-date basis. So you can see the vast difference between these two stocks because NVIDIA controls the majority of the market. We're talking 75 to 80% of the market when it comes to GPUs and artificial intelligence, just AI, gaming, everything that GPUs are going to be used for. But AMD is also getting started in this market. So I do think that over time, return on capitals are going to start to come down as these two companies go after each other in their competition over artificial intelligence. So AMD's Lisa Su says, and I quote, "Over the past 30 days, what we have seen is a continued acceleration of those engagements, and a number of those engagements have turned into customers' commitments, which we are really excited about." So AMD shares were gaining Thursday after the chipmaker's chief executive said high interest in company's premier artificial intelligence data center chip has translated into sales. So when it comes to GPUs, obviously there is the market for gaming, there is the markets for supercomputing, there is the market for data servers as well, right? Data centers and data servers, and that is what AMD obviously focuses very much on. NVIDIA's key is machine learning, right? Generating GPUs and providing it to supercomputers with generative AI and doing it with gaming. But of course, AMD does have the upper hand when it comes to data center and cloud-based services for a lot of companies, including AWS for Microsoft Azure, not to mention Google Cloud as well. So at Goldman Sachs, Communicopia Technology Investor Conference in San Francisco Tuesday, AMD chair Lisa Su said that the interest in company's AI data-driven or data center hardware was even higher than she had reported a month ago, when it had been up 7 times relative to the previous year in terms of customer engagements. So we'll continue to invest in China because we think it's an important market. Su, who has been with AMD since 2012, of course, has turned the company around ever since. It's made it more valuable than Intel. And I think what makes AMD unique is that we've actually spent the last 10 years putting together all of the computing pieces that you need and standing by her estimates of a $150 billion accelerator market by 2027. You need AI accelerators, you need the software capability around that, and that's really the portfolio that we have. And it's late August earnings, NVIDIA blew past Wall Street expectations for data center sales by more than $2 billion and offer a third quarter revenue outlook of more than $3 billion. So we know that NVIDIA is a market leader. And we know that NVIDIA is going to continue to perform really well when it comes to its fundamentals and its bottom line. But AMD, in my opinion, is not that far off, and it's got a lot of untapped potential for if and when they actually get into this space, there is going to be competition. Not saying that AMD is going to completely take over, but I do believe that there is going to be competition like any other industry which is getting a high return on capital. Take a look at what happened with electric vehicles, right? Electric vehicles, there were so many EVs that got into that market. There were so many companies that got started as electric vehicle companies, right? Remember 2020, the good times of 2021? Cost of borrowing was really low. There were literally new EV companies almost every single day that you were hearing about going public through SPACs or just going public in general. How many of them survived, right? Not a lot, right? There's only a handful, if that. There's only maybe like 2 that have survived on a more profitable basis. And that's what's going to happen, right? Semiconductor industry is a little bit different. The barrier to entry is not that low as compared to EVs. Like EVs, the barrier to entry is really low. With semiconductors and chips, the barrier to entry is very high, right? It becomes really difficult for any company to just get started as a semiconductor business, right? That's why you've only really got a handful of companies as chip designers that are going to be competing for artificial intelligence, and the market is not going to have just one company out there, right? NVIDIA is not, I hate to break it to you, but NVIDIA is not going to be the only one providing all the AI chips in the world. There's going to be multiple service providers, there's going to be multiple chip designers, and I think AMD is only getting started. So that's why I plan to be for when it comes to advanced micro devices, because I do like the company very much, and the valuation obviously is a lot better compared to NVIDIA. Now, some people will talk about valuation, which I'll get to in just a minute. Because of their Xilinx acquisition, there is some profitability that has taken a hit because of, again, non-cash expenses such as amortization, such as write-offs and depreciation as well. And as a result, some of those non-cash expenses has lowered the earnings for AMD, which on a paper does make it seem like the valuation is significantly higher for the company, which is not indeed the case. So AI roadmap and data center growth. AMD's confidence in its AI roadmap is notable, particularly its strong customer interest in the MI300X processor. And the fact that multiple customers are eager to deploy this technology as soon as possible bodes well for AMD's data center segment. And this confidence, coupled with a clear line of sight into the server, CPU, and GPU sales, is expected to drive continuous quarter-over-quarter growth in data center sector throughout the first quarter and beyond 2024. And the estimated street forecast for second quarter 23 is substantial, hovering around $2.3 to $2.5 billion mark, which is actually quite comparable with what NVIDIA is also guiding for at $3 billion. And that's excluding the El Capitan supercomputer shipments as well. And the potential for MI300X revenue is substantial because they've already got established partnerships with companies like Meta, Amazon, gearing up to initiate shipments in early 2024, and is a significant driver. Even if AMD opts to provide discounts compared to its formidable competitor NVIDIA, this has the potential to substantially augment revenue. Importantly, AMD has reaffirmed that this product line will bolster corporate margins as well, so margins are going to be much higher. As a result, profitability is going to be better. So going over to advanced micro devices, very nice rally back higher. So it was trading as low as $106. So intraday, we actually did see a 4.5%, close to 5% move to the upside. If you go over to the fundamentals here, again, statistics wise, you can see that there is no price earnings multiple. And on a first quarter 23 basis, it does sit at 406. That again is because of the amortization, non-cash expenses, depreciation. Because if you come over to the income section of AMD, you'll notice that we have seen negative $25 million on a trailing 12-month basis, which again is not actually true, because on a non-GAAP basis, the company is doing much better and there is profitability. So that's going to be my quick thoughts and my views on this. Balance sheet wise, again, still negative net debts, over $3.4 billion more cash than debt on the balance sheet. There has been some concerns over share dilution as well. So you can see the shares have been going higher, but now the company is focused more on share buybacks, and it is going to start to stabilize a little bit. We're not going to see a lot of share dilution from advanced micro devices moving forward. In fact, quite the contrary, we are going to start to see some share buybacks, which obviously is going to help boost some earnings on the bottom line for the company as well. And earnings are expected to once again reaccelerate all the way from 276 to over 650 per share, and revenue expected to go from 22 billion to over 34 billion dollars over the years. So as I said, this is the overall technical trend of very nice higher highs and higher lows since October. It is up about 100%, but my fair value still sits at roughly $80. I would love to buy it sub 80, sub 70, sub 60. I mean, that would be the ideal price. But even if it doesn't get down there, I think it's okay for me to at least start a little bit of a position, get a little skin in the game, and then, of course, reestablish at better prices because it's not really gone anywhere, right? I mean, the last 1 year, I remember getting out in the 120s and 130s for advanced micro devices. And from those levels, it has really just been flat. It's been down 65% and it's rallied about 100%. So it's not like I've really missed out on anything. So I took profits, very heavy profits on AMD, I had reinvested it back into Meta and some of the other companies, and now I'm looking to get back in at better prices. But of course, right now at close to about $100, $110, and we'll continue to monitor the stock at better prices at close to $80, $70, $60 per share. So I hope you guys enjoy this video, and let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. NVIDIA obviously doing NVIDIA things, trading at an all-time high right now, just sitting under $490, pretty much at an all-time high at the moment. But advanced micro devices, yeah. NVIDIA better watch out. NVIDIA better watch out because AMD is coming for their lunch money. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, found it helpful. Make sure that you drop a like, subscribe to the channel. Link to our Discord, Patreon is going to be down below. As always, happy investing. I'll see you all in the next video.